Right, I'm going to put the bearing on. I'll give it a drop of oil, and that's beautiful sounder. Anyway, squirt in there for a look. Just to wipe off with an oily rag. Keep flash rust at bay. Right, anyway, bearing on. That's the inside. You can tell where it's been in the casing with a clean. So that to the outside. I just want the pressure on the inside, and they just happen to fit nice. So. And you can tell when it hits. Sounds solid. It's a nice bit of oil. Right, I'm going to put the rods on. Right, the big ends. I'm committing cardinal sins here because I'm going to use the original big end bolts. Ooh. I don't know whether you can see, I washed all these off with petrol. Now we get flash rust over here. You can just see it starting off inside. I've just wiped a bit off the crank. I should have took. And that's in less than a day. So hence the term, wipe it off with an oily rag. Right, inside, outside. There's no debris on the outsides. Right. Same with the bearings, wipe off. I think I'll put that one into the number 1 cylinder, the bad big end. Well, it's not bad, it's just had that mark. I'll put the mark to the steel. One set in. The pop marks go together. Where is it? There it is, I think. Yeah, a very poor pop mark on that one. and the pot marks together. Right, I've done this once, but I'm just going to squirt some oil into my crank. I'll block the bottom molars off so it comes out the top and you can see. There it is. And also out the bottom. Right, wipe them off. The rods, and I'm putting the dots to the front. And I've also cheated on the nuts. These nuts have a split metal top, so I've just donked each dent with a hammer. Not hard, just hard enough to distort it. Let's see how long these last, fingers crossed. And the only thing on there is it's a film of oil. Yeah, literally a film of oil. And just locking up there then. No, I'm pleased with that. And about another quarter turn. For me anyway. Right. Feels nice. It's a good rod, but what I don't like is the length of them bolts sticking out to the length of them bolts. So, what am I going to do about that? Yeah, them are a bit close for me, them. Hmm. I don't know whether we can see the difference in the height. Yeah, these two, definitely longer. But they are different, like, because these ones have a machined end and these ones don't. Anyway, I'm using the longer ones. Even bigger cardinals said, ooh, I'll have to hit my nuts again with hammer. Right, I can't do what I was going to do. Because the big end bolts, they're not only a different length, they're a different diameter on them others. So these, the ones where the ends aren't machined, which are the older conrods, they are thicker bolts, wider than in the newer conrods. So how much weight difference I wouldn't have thought, I don't know. But anyway, lots of try again. So I'm going to, as well as the nuts, the best nuts of the two types, I'm going to Loctite them. And everything's clean. So when I get these nipped, drop a Loctite on them. And then hopefully it'll all stay together. So two different conrods, tisk tisk. But I'm afraid I just haven't got 200 odd quid. Yeah, nipped up there. That'll do. Yeah, they feel nice. Pity about that, like. I'd prefer a matched set, I must admit, but yeah, they feel beautiful then, lovely. Right, I'm going to just drop my crankshaft in. Now I've knocked the bearing on the crank. Right, I'm going to put the crank into this half. It's all nice and clean. I'm going to heat this case up really till when I spit on it, it and then that'll be hot enough. And maybe not quite that hot, but nearly. Water metal in this take a lot to get hot. Takes a lot of heat, obviously, especially if it's blowing out. It's bubbling spit now. Tight the conrods together a touch just to make them a bit more controllable. There you go. That's in. Right, I'm just going to leave that now. Let it cool off. Right, hopefully that won't set on fire. Right, I'm going to put this seal in now. Let me see, it's almost in. So it wants warm. I'm going to warm it up again, but not as hot as I got it before. It wants to be hot. It's just making the spit bubble. Right. So literally the only oil on that is what's off my hands. A bit of right. That should be hot enough. That's actually pushed in that. I've managed to get that in. Just using a puller, a homemade puller, lots of holes in. And tap that edge. That's it, happy with that. You could always use the old one to knock it in if you wish. And go around the edge. You used to get the pressure on the right place. Put a little bit of warm on the case and you can get them in. Not hot enough to melt the rubber on them though. So that's that in. I miffed off about that conrod, them conrod bolts. But, anyway, oily rag, I can put the cases together now. Just going to use a bit of methylated spirits. I'll get all the oil off, because I'm going to silicone them. I'm going to put the silicone on the case.